Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. I am going to talk about a few things that I haven't spoken about here on this channel before. And so this might seem like a video unlike any other video that I perhaps uploaded to this YouTube channel. And so if that offends you in any way, I really apologize. But I hope you can understand, again, based on what it is I'm about to say. Just to let you know, a few hours ago earlier in the day, this channel received what is known as a copyright strike. It's the first time this channel has received a copyright strike. It's never received one before, but for whatever reason, and I'll get to that in a moment, this channel received a copyright strike earlier in the day today. And it was in regards, I understand, to a specific video, one video that I had uploaded to this channel several months back, sometime during last year of 2020. And the party that is asserting its rights to the respective intellectual property that is asserted to be included or incorporated in this particular video apparently availed itself of the process that is available on YouTube, whereby a claiming party can make a copyright-based claim towards a channel or a video, asserting in essence that such video is infringing on such claiming parties' intellectual property rights. So this is known in YouTube parlance as a copyright strike. When YouTube receives such copyright strike, it removes the video forcibly from the channel, and it informs the owner or the runner of the YouTube channel itself. And so I received a notification early in the day informing me of this particular situation. And so I reviewed the information that was given to me by YouTube through this notification, and I reviewed the particular situation. And based on my understanding, it seems like the party that is making the copyright claim against this particular video that I had uploaded seems to be asserting that the video in question includes particular video clips or content that is of the film from the 1950s called Love in the Afternoon. I think it's the film starring Audrey Hepburn and others. So it's again from the 1950s. So my understanding is that the party making the claim of copyright infringement is asserting that my video had included such content or clips or excerpts from such film from the 1950s, again, Love in the Afternoon. Just to let you know also, I made what is known as a kind of counter-argument or counter-claim or appeal through the YouTube channels. And so I'm doing my best now to try to convince YouTube and the powers that be that I'd like to think that this claim was made as an innocent mistake. Because I don't think, again, I'm assuming my understanding of the claim is correct, I don't think that the claim is, I'm not sure if it is a claim that is successful. And the reason being is that the video in question that was removed, subject to such copyright strike, was in fact a discussion of the film Love in the Afternoon, that's for sure. However, it wasn't the 1950s film Love in the Afternoon starring Audrey Hepburn, regarding which I was speaking. The video in question was a discussion video where I was talking about another film from the 1970s, which is referred to in English as Love in the Afternoon. It is in fact a French film directed by Eric Romer as part of what is known as Six Moral Tales. And it is also part of what was released by the Criterion Collection in a Blu-ray set in 2020, so last year. And so I took the opportunity, and it was a great pleasure and privilege for me to use the video format just to share with you some thoughts I had about the Eric Romer film, L'amour l'après-midi, or Love in the Afternoon, from the 1970s. And so the basis of my counter-argument to such copyright strike is that my video is not does not include any video clips from the 1950s version of Love in the Afternoon. It doesn't include any video clips from any film. And it's not even a video discussing the film Love in the Afternoon from the 1950s, but is in fact discussing a different film from the 1970s, which happens to be referred to in English by English speakers, including the Criterion Collection. As you can check out the Criterion Collection website, for example, it is referred to as Love in the Afternoon. And so I think on that basis, the copyright strike was received by this channel. And so I think, I don't know if you feel the same way that I do, but I think it was a claim that was made erroneously. And I will do my best to convince, as I say, YouTube and the powers that be that perhaps it was an innocent error on the part of the claiming party. In which case, I made a request to have such copyright strike, I don't know, reviewed or reconsidered, whatever the correct terminology is. So in case anyone is interested, I'll provide updates if I hear anything. But that's the situation that this particular channel finds itself in. It's a very interesting situation. I must admit, as I say, for the reasons that I've given, my understanding of the claim versus my understanding what the content of the actual video was, I must say that my receipt of the notification informing me that the copyright strike was made really left me with a sense of confusion. I was very perplexed. I had absolutely no idea what was going on. And so, I don't know if the claiming party probably saw the video, but if such party did, probably such party would have realized that my videos, especially that one, don't include any clips from any films at all. So in fact, that's one of the things that I occasionally receive some criticism from viewers of this channel who I receive comments every now and again telling me that my videos are boring and that my videos lack a certain sense of pizzazz, shall we say, because I don't employ clips from films in a video essay format. Well, just to let you know, one of the reasons why I don't do that is because of situations like this. You know, I don't like conflict, and I don't like to shake things up where unnecessary. And so one of the things that I do as a result is I avoid the use of clips because I don't want to rock the boat, and to avoid precisely these sorts of issues that this channel is right now undergoing. So, but as I say, hopefully, with a little bit of luck, knock on wood, shall we say, the appropriate parties will see what the situation is, and hopefully things will get resolved very swiftly and very resolutely. Again, I will let you know what the situation is. But in any event, I'm in the position, or this channel is in the position, where we have now one copyright strike. Now, I understand that this YouTube channel is but not even a drop in the ocean. It's 1/10 of 1% of a drop in the ocean, if that at all. It's a very, very, very small thing relative to many other matters in the world and the universe in our own lives, right? And so I understand that this is, in the grand scheme of things, not the biggest issue in the world. And so the optimistic side of me will have me to maintain that perspective, and I think it's a very accurate perspective, actually. And I do admit too that, that's the situation, right, in terms of the relativeness of this particular issue. That being said, I do want to take this opportunity to just let you know about my thoughts about this channel, because receiving a copyright strike, regardless if it's fair or unfair, now I think in this particular matter it's actually quite unfair, but regardless, receiving a copyright strike is a pretty serious issue in the context of YouTube channels, right? Because it does bring the point home that this channel is always subject to some kind of scrutiny, and the possibility Again, it could be remote. It probably might not happen. I always do my best to maintain a certain atmosphere of content to make sure none of this ever happens. But, you know, you never know what happens in the world, or you never know what circumstances arise. And so what I'm alluding to is the possibility, of course, that this channel could be taken down, right? Now, as I say, I've always tried to maintain a sense of reasonableness with content, and I've always tried to observe all the rules that are applicable to a channel like mine. And so I've always done my best to make sure that that is a remote possibility, if at all. But something like this does bring this to my attention about the possibility anyway. And so it really brought to my attention the fact that this YouTube channel is, of course, not at all permanent. It is a very impermanent thing. And it is also based on technology and systems, and it is also based on a kind of network of not just one person, but a number of people. And so I don't put it up myself. I rely on a lot of these systems, YouTube and other systems, in order to be able to upload things. So I can't do this on my own, right? And so because of that reliance, I also realize that, again, due to certain circumstances which could be out of my control, there might be ways in which this channel is adversely affected. And I think one of the extreme results of that could be, for instance, the channel is no longer available or something like that. And so, you know, that's something that, as I say, on the one hand, I understand that YouTube is at least, how should I put it? I'm very fortunate that I look at YouTube as this outlet for me, but I'm very fortunate too that I have other things that I can occupy myself with in my own particular life, in my own particular situation. And also matters like this, if I think about it in perspective, I understand that it is just one of many things that are in my life, and I understand that I have many things in my life, including positive aspects of this YouTube channel, that I am very grateful for, and I will always be grateful for. So again, that's affording me this type of perspective. But it also means that I do want to take this opportunity to, at the same time, acknowledge just how important I have always tried to address this YouTube channel. I don't usually talk about this very much because I'm a little bit uncomfortable speaking about it, but if you don't mind the indulgence, and if you do mind, I really apologize, but if you don't mind the indulgence, I would like to just take this opportunity to say how much work I have really tried to put into this YouTube channel. Again, I acknowledge that it is not the biggest channel in the world. It is not the most important thing in the world. I get that, and it's right. It's just me sitting in my room talking to my iPhone and recording it and then uploading it to my channel. That's it, right? So I get that. But at the same time, it has afforded me so many great opportunities to meet people like you and to hear your thoughts, and also to give me the opportunity to speak about films that I probably wouldn't be speaking about otherwise. This channel, for example, has afforded me such great opportunities to articulate in words about certain films that I've thought about maybe since I was younger, but I just never had the opportunity to say out loud what it was I was thinking until this YouTube channel came along. And so in those examples, this channel has been very important to me. And I have always tried to give this channel and the people who watch it, I have always tried to maintain as much respect as possible. And I have always given so much work to this channel. Again, I don't usually like to talk about this, but it does take a lot of time, and it does take time to think about what it is I want to say, and to try to articulate what it is I'm trying to say, and then also to try to maybe make some edits here and there, or think about certain films, explore certain films, try to get all the details right as much as I can, and then film the video and then upload it. But then also, I very much place a lot of importance on your reactions. Always, always. And your comments, always. And anything that you receive or that you send to me, I always do my best to address it as much as I can. Now, I don't claim to be perfect. I don't claim to be able to address everything in an appropriate way. And there are some messages even now that I've been so fortunate to receive a number of messages from a number of people. But even now, it's hard for me to keep up, and I'm so sorry about that. But even with those faults on my part, I do want to say that I really place a lot of importance on what it is you have to say, always. And therefore, I always try to read everything, and even the negative stuff, even the comments that are critical and that might be somewhat maybe mean-spirited or rude towards me or towards something that I might say. That's okay. I've always done my very best to address these and to try to maintain as open mind as possible, because I'm not infallible, and I don't claim that everyone needs to like me. So but that's okay. That's okay to not like me or to not like this channel. But my point is that I've always tried to give as much attention as possible, even to those comments that maybe are not so nice or not so not so pleasant to read, to be perfectly honest, from a gut level. But I still give it as much attention as possible, and that's an example of what how important, or how important the type of importance that I place on your interactions with this channel. And this is my way also to say that I try my very best. I always try my very best with this channel, every single way. Now, for example, I don't do it recently, but if there are like viewer polls, like what is your poll, like what titles did you get, and making a list of the Criterion titles of a sale, I do that all on my own. I go through all the comments and I count everything, and I make a running tally, and then I make a list, and then I print it out and I copy it, and then I make sure that all the numbers are correct. I review it and re-review. So that takes a lot of time. That's an example. And also I do my best to how should I put it? I acknowledge that this, my comments aren't, they're just me. And I know that it's not, I don't live in a vacuum. I don't live in a bubble. And I know that there are so many great people out there in the YouTube channel universe and also elsewhere, podcasts that do so much great work, much better work than I could ever possibly hope to achieve. And so what I always try to do is I always try to talk with them, to hear people's thoughts and to get their stories and to get their reactions to particular films and what I like to call their cinema journeys. That is the most important thing to me. And so I always place so much importance on that. And therefore, I always try my best with the videos. I always try my best to get all the details correct. I always try my best to make sure that I have everything that I could possibly have figured out in my dim-witted brain, because I admit that I am very much out of my depth when it comes to all these films. I am not equipped at all intellectually, but I always do my best, despite my misgivings, or not misgivings, despite my faults. I always do my best when it comes to that. And I don't usually like to say this, but I hope that is clear when I make a video. And this is not meant to brag. This is not meant to say you have to congratulate me. Oh, this is not meant to say, oh, you must praise me. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying it at all. But what I am saying is I really put a lot of effort into this channel. I acknowledge on the one hand that it is but one part of my life, and I have many other parts of my life and my family and my things that are going on outside of YouTube that I'm very grateful for and I'm very happy about. But regarding YouTube, I put a lot of effort into this. I really do. And I do that because I really want to show you that I respect you, and I respect, or I try my best to respect, the films that I talk about on this channel, every single one. Now, I don't claim to succeed all the time. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to be right 100% of the time. In fact, I am more wrong than right. I think I'm wrong most, or if not all the time. And so, but I try to acknowledge those mistakes. I try my best to give everyone the benefit of the doubt too. Whenever someone challenges me, whenever someone tries to maybe debate me or something, that's okay. That's fine. I'm always open to those things because I know that I am fallible, and I know that I too, or I have so much learning to do. And I think my journey also involves learning from people such as yourselves. You are my teachers. You are my teachers. And so, therefore, I put so much importance and emphasis, and I put a lot of effort into this channel. So when I get a copyright strike situation like this, it makes me feel a number of things, right? I try to keep it in perspective, and I try to say, okay, I understand the grand scheme of things, it's but a little drop in the ocean, okay. But at the same time, when I recall just how much effort I place into this channel, it's, how should I put it? The optimistic side of me will have me look at it with this type of relative perspective and think, okay, just try to think of it as an innocent mistake. The cynical side of me is very offended by this particular situation. I'm very offended. It's insulting to me because of the fact that I really put a lot of effort into this channel. I put so much effort into this to make sure that it is not offensive, to make sure that it is taking as much care as I can to try to give room to as many viewpoints as possible. I don't mean to be saying that everything has to be positive, but I'm always trying to give things the benefit of the doubt. And I always try to give things as an open mind approach as possible. And so I take, from that viewpoint, I take something like this situation, again, as it is. And I'm trying my best to, as I say, convince the powers that be that the situation is probably not what it might seem to be otherwise. So with all that, my friends, what I'd like to, and if you're still here, because it's kind of a long video, and so I apologize for that. And I've spoken about things that I usually don't talk about, and I don't like to talk about. But I do want to take this opportunity to say that if there is any doubt that I don't put in any effort into this channel, that's fine. That's on me. That's on me. And it's not your responsibility to believe everything I say. Okay, because, right, I understand how this works. I understand how the internet works, right? I'm just, right now, I appear to you on your screen, and I'm not appearing to you live. We're not talking in the same room, so I get that. So, but I hope, I hope that for anyone who might be interested, or for anyone who might be in doubt, I hope that everything that I've said today, and also all the videos that I have uploaded onto this channel, might be suggestive of what it is I'm trying to say today, which is that I put so much effort into this channel. And I don't need praise. I don't need people to say, oh, you're doing a great job. No, I don't mean that at all. But I do want to just make it clear, just in case it needs to, that message needs to be made. And so, so if, how should I put it? It's a little bit, I'm not quite sure what to say here. which is that, well, let me put it this way, I suppose, and I can end here, which is, if this channel has, or any of the videos, or any of our interactions, if it's meant even a little bit to you, I'm so happy. If it hasn't, that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that too. But if it's meant a little bit to you, then that makes me very happy. It certainly meant the world to me, and I will hope that it will continue as much and as long as possible. I hope it does, and I hope I'm given the opportunities to continue this as much as possible. And I hope that you are interested in this particular channel. If you are interested in this channel, or if you're interested in seeing it continue on, it doesn't have to be like I'm not asking for like a compliment or anything, but just let me know just let me know. Just drop a line, say hi, or something. I don't know. Just let me know, because sometimes, doing these YouTube videos, it can be very rewarding, but sometimes also it can make one question whether it's indeed worth it at all, and whether I should perhaps focus my time and energy on other things in my life. And so if you think we should continue this channel, then just let me know, and you drop me a line, maybe leave a comment, or you can just drop me a line somewhere, and I'd be very happy to hear that. If not, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't have to go out of your way. I know you're very busy, so no worries about that, my friends. No worries about that at all. I take no offense. And also, please let me take this opportunity also to ask for anyone who is still here, if you are interested in this channel, please, it would be so helpful to me at this point if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, if it would be okay for you to subscribe to this channel. That would be so helpful, in that it would show me just a little bit of what it is I'm trying to talk about here, right? Which is that subscribing to the channel is a way for me to see that there are people who are interested in this channel, and that it's something that can give me a little bit of inspiration to try to keep on going with what it is I'm trying to do here, despite certain circumstances that might occur along the way. So if it's no trouble, and if you haven't subscribed, if I could ask for your subscription to this channel, that would really mean a lot. It would really mean a lot. If not, that's okay, because I understand that it's a big ask. So, but no worries if it's not possible. I completely understand, my friends. I completely understand. So, I suppose with this very unorganized way of discussing this particular issue, thank you very much for those who have stayed all the way through. I know it's been a bit long, and I get criticized a bit for the length of the videos, and I apologize, but I hope you can understand. And hopefully this copyright strike issue, as of my understanding, does not affect my uploading ability as of now. So I will try my best to upload other videos and other discussions of films where I can going forward. So I look forward to seeing you at the next video, my friends. Hopefully it's going to be very soon. All right, my friends, so sorry for the long video, and regardless of all this stuff, most important of all, as always, my friends, beyond me, beyond this channel, beyond this video, the most important thing I continue to maintain is your health and your happiness and your well-being, and that of your family and friends and loved ones. This is the most important treasure. And I think especially given the particular events of the world over the last year or so, this has been made especially clear to me that this is the most important treasure in our lives, in my life, and I'm sure in your life. So please, please continue to be happy and healthy and well. And, my dear friends, once you've taken care of that, please continue to watch a lot of great, great, great movies. And this is the final and, if it's no trouble, please let me know what those great, great, great movies are anytime, because I would love to know, my dear friends. Cheers.